What's going on, y'all? It's Trent. Hope you're having a great day, great night, great evening. Doing all the things and stuff that you need to do on a day-to-day basis. Today, I talked about what it means to be alone. And on my phone, of course, the audio and the video corrupted. So I have to retake. I'm not going to get frustrated, but I would rather be alone than allow myself to get abused in my spirit, my mind, and my body. And for too long, I was allowing myself, I was putting myself in circumstances, relationships, friendships, vices that were unbecoming of me and who I know and always knew that I was. And in new spirit too. I mean, all these habits that I picked up in the dark, and whenever I was trying to belong to everybody, they can't come with me as I'm trying to discover like myself. And I'd rather be alone and have to figure everything out from here versus just half-assing me, not loving me, not giving it my all, giving myself my all. Like I was blessed with this temple. I was abusing and neglecting it though. So after stepping away, after it all got quiet, and after I stopped running away from me, I was able to start the work that was before me. And at this point in time, I can say without a shadow of doubt that I love myself wholeheartedly. But it is more so me trying to figure out now, okay, these things can't come with me, but what can? What can I bring with me? What can I bring, and how can I live as light now? And it's like my friends, the people that I know now, like the family that I have. Am I going to continue to lie to them by just putting up for people that don't care about me? For people that don't live in my skin, who could not care less if I lived or died? I care. And for you on your mission, wherever you're at, too. Like, I didn't just start loving myself magically. It was a working process, but I loved myself enough to put in the work to step away from the things that weren't right for me and to find out what is for me. What am I? Who am I? How are we going to do this? All of these are questions that I have on a pretty regular basis, but I at least started asking them, at least started moving in the right direction. And sometimes all the noise can distract us from really looking at what matters. And, I used to pray for times like this. I used to pray for times like this, from coming from an ugly duckling too. And it's like I let it all get to my head. I let the world get to my head too. And it's like my body remembers the things that I picked up, the things that I was doing, the people things that people were doing to me that I was doing to, like, my body remembers. But with this new spirit, I know I can't have that. I I remember those times in the darkness, but I can't allow that to distract me on what's new and what's in light. And if I got to be alone, I got to be alone. Not that I'm lonely, because there's a huge difference too from being lonely and being alone. And it's like I'm not forcing anything anymore. What's mine is already mine. The end is already written, and everything in between is gonna happen. But if I go trying to rush and grab every little thing with that comes with me, like, sometimes things aren't meant for us, and some doors have to remain closed no matter how hard you try to open them. Or once it's closed, how much you try to get it back open. Like God's already showed you, and he won't let you get it back no matter how hard you try. Maybe in some other season out in the future, and you'll have a little epiphany, and like, yeah, no, I'm glad, because like in a moment, from what I see, could distract me from what has yet to be, you know. And it's like my world needs to grow. My godly habits need to grow. I need to grow. I needed to grow as a person. And it's like, to get to here, I had to stop running away from me. I'm grateful for the day. I'm grateful for the journey, and to help somebody else along too, because like really, we're all human beings too. I'm 22 years old. I'm still figuring it out to this day. And I never want to stop growing as a person. Just not even just because, but because I'm starting to love this process too. I love me. I love this process. I love the work that God's got for me. We were handcrafted and wonderfully made. You don't have to settle and be complacent with abuse. You don't have to be just all right with how others treat you too. Not to say that there won't be hard times or hard seasons, and that's part of being human too, but figuring it out along the way. It speaks nothing of what other people do to you, but it speaks everything on what you allow in your world and in our world. And it's like, no, no. God loves me too much for me to just abuse this temple any longer or to just settle. I never want to settle because once I get or I lose that hunger and that drive to want more or to want to grow for the right reasons, as soon as I'm like, yeah, that's good enough, it all comes down. And I was blessed with today to do. I got to live every day like it's my last. Like it's my last. So I'm saying we're going up. We're doing the process and the work to get to where we need to go. 180 pounds lean, light. I'm doing a little bit better. I'm looking a whole lot better too. I'm trying. I'm really trying. And for the first time in 5 ever, I'm where I need to be. Spiritually, mentally, and physically too. And as we continue to grow, as we continue to do these things, there are people, there are family, and so I was reading too. I was reading a book, The 5 People That You Meet in Heaven. And so far, something that stuck with me are strangers, are just the family that you haven't gotten to know yet. I'm looking at you, I'm looking at me, and when I'm looking at me, I'm looking at you, like everything in between too. We're all different and special in our own ways. And I love how we can all be ourselves. I would rather be alone and be myself and be happy versus try to pretend to be something I'm not, surrounded by a bunch of like a bunch of people in a room that I don't belong in. And you belong, handcrafted and wonderfully made. And I got an 8 a.m. tomorrow. But regardless, I needed to do this video today, and I'm not gonna allow myself to be defeated. So do what you have to do with or without an audience, with people around you looking, got all eyes on you, or just your own eyes bearing witness to the work and the fruits of this labor. Because what we put in is what we get out. And coming from an ugly duckling, I was putting only ugly back into me. And now that I'm starting to put back in light, some love, truth, and just being accountable, couldn't be more grateful for right now. But regardless, don't even worry, because God bless. Do everything that y'all need to do on a day-to-day basis. It's crazy. But I'm Trent. Y'all have a great night.